Heartiest good morning to Standard 4. In this video, we are going to learn about the English Literature Chapter 9, The Princess. This is the first video of this chapter. The second video will be released soon. Watch the video attentively and carefully. Happy watching. Before we start the lesson, let's know some facts about the author of this lesson, Kathleen Muldoon. Kathleen Muldoon is a retired journalist and current writing instructor for the Institute of Children's Literature. She has authored 16 children's books, non-fiction and fiction, in the educational and Christian markets, as well contributed stories to children's book anthologies. Her stories have appeared in such magazines as Bread for God's Children, My Friend, My Light, Primary Treasure, On the Line, and Primary Days. She also writes devotionals for Living Faith Kids. Children, turn to your new Mulberry Part B book and take out Lesson 9, The Princess. Let's get started. Let us read a story where Patty Jean thinks that special treatment her sister Penny gets is unfair until one day she decides to try out things for herself. So this is a story about two sisters and narrated by one of the sister, Patty Jean, about her sister Penny, whom Patty used to envy. My older sister is 10 years old. Her name is Penelope Piper, but everyone calls her Penny. Everyone except me. I, Patty Jean Piper, call her the princess. It's the perfect name for her. All day she just sits on her throne with wheels and tells everybody in the whole world what to do. So in this first paragraph, Patty Jean is saying that her sister, who is 10 years old, her name is Penelope and Mary Piper, but everyone calls her Penny except Patty. Patty calls her princess because she thinks that a name is perfect for her, as whole day she just sits on her throne with wheels, means the wheelchair, and instruct everybody in the whole world what to do. When we go shopping at the mall, the princess rides on her throne, while father wheels her around along the ashley, and I, Patty Jean, carry packages. Sometimes there are so many I looked like a box with legs. My school is so far from my house, I have to ride for hours on the school bus to get there. The princess goes to the new school right across the street. She can wheel herself in 1 second. She does not even have to wear a uniform. So in the second paragraph, Patty is saying that when she goes to the mall, the princess rides herself. Princess is the daughter of a monarch, meaning, and she and the father sometimes helps her, wheels her around the ashley meaning a passage between rows of shelves in a supermarket. And Patty, she has to do all the work. She has to carry the packages. Sometimes there are so many that Patty looks like a box with legs. She also says that her school is too far from her house and she has to go to the school in the school bus, and it takes hours for her to reach. But Princess or Penny's school is near and she can wheel herself to the school, and she also don't have to wear a uniform. It is summer now. All my friends have gone to camp, everyone except me. Mother says there's no money to send me to camp because Princess has just got new braces for her legs. So it's now summer and there are summer camps, and all the friends of Patty's has gone to the summer camp. But she cannot go to the camp because mother says that they have no money because they have purchased new braces for Princess legs. What are braces? Braces are device that supports weak parts of the body. After dinner, I go outside. The princess in the hammock asleep beside the tree is in the throne. Seeing it empty gives me the best idea. Today I will be the princess. So what happens here? So it's the summer time and she was not able to go to the summer camp. So one day after dinner, she goes outside, Patty go outside, and she found the princess Penny, that she is asleep beside a tree and her throne is there empty, and she is sleeping in the hammock. What is a hammock? Hammock are actually a type of bed made from a net or from a piece of strong fabric. This is a hammock. This is a hammock, you can see, student. Okay, and so Patty get an idea and she said that this is the best idea. Today I will use princess throne, means princess will chair. I sit on the throne. Now I will spend every minute on the throne. I say, I decide to ride to the princess school. There is a nice steep little hill on the grass near the sidewalk. Maybe it would be fun to ride down. I sit down and give the throne a good hard push. Plop! The throne jumps me out on the sidewalk and lands upside down on top of me. Now what she decides? She decides that she will take the throne to the princess school, means Penny's school, because that is nice, and there is a little hill and it's not so gradually, not so steep, and there is grass near the sidewalk. What are the sidewalk? Sidewalk are the pavement on the side of the road which pedestrian used to walk. But what happens? Her fun to ride down it was a flop idea for her. Why? Because that throne, she pushes hard. It's take very. She finds that it is not so easy to push the wheelchair, and the throne dumps her out on the sidewalk and lands upside down on top of Penny. So what happened? She falls down and the wheelchair come upon her. My knee has a tiny cut on it. I am glad no one is around to laugh. I wonder if the princess ever fell when she was learning to ride the throne. I put the throne right side and get back on it. Now what happened? Now her knees get hurt. There is a cut on it, and she is happy. Penny is happy that no one was around there, or else people would have laughed at her. She wonders that the princess has ever fell when she was learning to ride the throne. Then what she do? Patty put the throne right side up and get back on it. Then I ride to the corner of the street. I have been pushing so hard that I feel like both my arms are broken. Some grown-ups are walking towards me. They look at me and my throne, and then they turn away fast, like I do when I am watching a scary movie. So what happened? She ride the wheelchair at the corner of the street, and she push it hard, and because she was pushing it so hard that she feel like that her both arms were broken. Some grown-ups people were walking towards her, and they look at Patty and her throne, and then they turn away fast, means they walk away fast, as if they were watching a scary movie, a horror movie, as Patty used to turn her face around when she watched a horror or scary movie. Does this happen to the princess? Some boys are playing on the sidewalk and will not move out of my way. Why don't you go over me? Will legs, say one of them. All his friends laugh. I'll beat you up, I yell, but they just laugh some more, run away. Now, Patty is thinking about Penny, that people do this with her also, with the princess also or not. Some boys were playing on the sidewalk and they were laughing at Patty, and they were just not giving her way to go, and they were saying that go over, will leg. They were just bullying her and laughing at her, and Patty was angry and she said that I will beat you up, but they were continuing laughing at her, and some more friends joined those boys and they ran away. The worst thing in the world has happened. Great big raindrops have started falling over everything. The rain comes faster and faster. I think about running home, but I can't leave the throne out in the rain. The wheels of the throne sink down, down, down in the mud. By the time I pull the throne out, I am wetter and colder than I have ever been in my whole life. Now the worst part of the thing happened with Patty, because there was a great big raindrops were started falling over everything, and she wanted to run faster and faster, but she was not able to do so because she cannot leave the wheelchair there, and the wheelchair was getting sink, means it was getting stuck to the mud, down, down and down, and she has to pull the throne. She was calling throne to the wheelchair only, and she has to pull it very hard, and for doing all this activity she was getting wetter and colder than she have ever been in her whole life. She was pulling it very hard and she was getting wetter and colder. The rain stops. I wheel myself home. I notice father standing in our front yard. He is calling and calling, but the cars and trucks are so noisy that I can't hear him. So what happened? Now she just, the rain stops and she just wheel herself to the home, and she noticed that her father was standing in front of the yard and he was calling Patty's name, but the cars and the trucks were so noisy that Patty was not able to hear her father's voice. Mother is walking up the street looking around anxiously. I drag the muddy throne across the rest of the field to the sidewalk. When mother sees me, she runs and holds out her arms. Father is right behind her. I didn't mean to mess up the throne. I am sorry. I say throne. Says Mother, oh, the wheelchair. We thought you were lost. You weren't looking for the chair? I say, Patty Jean, we were looking for you. Mother hugs me some more. You shouldn't have taken Penny's chair, but we are so glad you are back. Mother washes me in the bathtub and puts me to the bed, just like she does for Penny. After father and mother say good night and turn out the lights, I lie there thinking, Penny, Penny, I whisper, are you awake? So now what's happened? Patty thinks that her mother and father are waiting for her sister's wheelchair, but out of her surprise, she found that the father and mother are glad and grateful to see Patty back home, and they were very glad. Mother hugs her, and Patty was surprised with the behavior of her parents because she expected that they were actually waiting for the wheelchair and not for her. Then mother took her and washed her inside the bathtub, and she takes her to the bed as she do to Penny. And while she was sleeping, she whispered to her sister Penny, and she asked, are you awake, Penny? Oh, how can you smile all the time when you are in that yucky chair? It's not yucky, says Penny. It takes me places. I am sorry I took your chair, I say. Now she asks Penny that how can you always smile all the time when you are in that yucky chair? Yucky means messy or disgusting chair. Now she is not calling the chair the throne. Now she is calling it a yucky chair. Patty is calling it a yucky chair. Penny is saying, no, it's not yucky. It takes me places everywhere. Then Penny is asking sorry. She is asking to forgive her for taking Penny's chair. That's all right. Just go to sleep now. But I am wide awake. I lie there and wish very hard that my sister will always be able to do things that make her happy. Then Penny says, that is all right. Now you go to sleep. But Patty was not able to sleep, She was awake and she was wishing that her sister Penny should be able to do everything what she wants to do, and she should be happy, and she was feeling very regret for her resentful behavior towards her sister Penny. So this is the story. So we can summarize. I will just go through the summary of the story. So what we have gone through, this story is about a jealous of her invalid sister's royal treatment. As she sits in her wheelchair, Patty Jean tries out the conveyance and discover life in a wheelchair is no fun at all. This is a narrative told by one of two sisters, Patty, who has a sister Penelope, who is disabled. Patty refers to her sister as Princess and is irritated that Princess gets to sit on her throne of wheels and tell everyone what to do. She is also irritated with all the attention that Princess gets. One day, while Penelope was asleep in the hammock, Patty decides to take Penelope's wheelchair for a spin to see what it's like to be wheelchair-bound. Patty soon learns the difficulties that her sister faced daily. The author can relate to this character as she herself is disabled. This book teaches students to be empathetic and compassionate. It teaches students about the difficulties that Penelope, who are disabled, may face and how to look through new perspectives. So something we say sometimes that the grass on the other side looks green. This phrase actually means that something that you say, that means that other people always seem to be in a better situation. We feel, children, that others are better than us, although they may not be. So this is actually the writer wants to tell us that always the grass on the other side which looks greener is not green. So your homework is to write the word meanings in your school literature copy, and we will meet soon in the next video. Till then, take a very good care of yourself. Read the lesson thoroughly. Bye-bye.